This looks very playable. Kept a 2 lander. We have 2 mana sources, missing red. But we've got a druid in hand. So we can draw with the woodland stream. You guys are like, why would you play Divination? Because Divination lets me draw cards, and it's really relevant for this deck. Don't have 2 red sources, so I can't pull Havoc Devils. Do I want to attack him for 1? Probably. Alright. So we've got Colossal Dreadmaw on curve right now. So I should probably just Thorn Hives into Colossal Dreadmaw. It seems reasonable. Are my specs updated? The page is fairly similar to what they are. I have not updated the page yet, but they're very, very similar. I mean, it's just AMA or RMAs for the graphics card and the power supply. Those are identical replacements. I upgraded one of my hard drives to a 3 terabyte instead of a 2 terabyte, and I bought 2 more 4 terabyte hard drives to use in a NAS array, which I haven't set up yet. So other than that, pretty similar. Okay, sure, I understand. He hasn't played any cards yet, so, I mean, I'm running out of gas. He looks fine. Simple deck. I would just net deck if I were you, Robert Noble. I don't have a direct answer for that. Like I'm playing limited, so it's not going to be that anyways. Seems like a good draw. He presumably had no answer for the Dreadmaw. He's not going to have an answer for the Dragon. Think he regrets that Luminous Bonds on the Wolves? We'll never know. Oh, cool. Congratulations! Alright, so beating up some Boros. Yeah, I need to update my economy guide for you guys. The player quality seems a lot lower here. No, it wasn't a bad play at all. I'm laughing at like our deck, not at his play. I think Luminous Bonds was fine, especially when he had no gas. It's kind of weird he didn't play the 2. Did he draw the 2/1 later? I mean, he might have held Cavalry Companion in his hand because, or whatever the fuck that card is called, because the 1/3 just blocks it. But was he holding the Pyromancer in hand too? I don't know. This deck is mediocre, chat. We have not run into any real removal outside Luminous Bonds. We've drawn Naturalized for 2 of the bombs, and we've drawn Sarkhan's Unsealing card. This hand is great. Keep that. All right. Yep. We've drawn well too, so. Oh, we're gonna eat our first Essence Scatter? Guess not. Okay. This deck is draft the biggest creature you can get and play for no counter. Not quite. I mean, we certainly don't want to be countered there. This deck was land on curve, great. This deck was draft Sarkhan's Unsealing first, and then refused to include any creature in our deck with under 4 power or didn't ramp us. So that's everything in our deck, right? Is ramp, 4 power, or anti-flyer. Get 1 more damage doing this, I guess. Oops, I don't know why I attacked with that. I know. Oh, I do know why I attacked with it because it included it in the all attack button there. All right, I'm ready for naturalized, chat. Also ready for divination. Land is not really what I wanted to see there. Okay. Why didn't the opponent gain 2 life? From what? So he's had 3 removal spells. We need to draw. We need to A, stop drawing land, and B, draw more threats. That's essentially drawing a land. I know what he's gonna do too. He's gonna put our fucking naturalize on the bottom like the dick he is. This guy's a dick. Next card. Ouch. Okay. Okay. So, you know what they say, a screw beats a flood. 5 land untapped? There's not flash creatures in this format, right? Fuck that. I'm not playing Havocs into this. He can do something. Or waste his 5 mana and I'll be okay with drawing another card. Fine. We're 100% eating an Essence Scatter here. What? I had that at literally 100%. Maybe it wasn't Essence Scatter. Maybe it was Bone to Ash. Swamp. I'd like to draw my Sure Strike. I think he would have countered that if he could have. So let's get in with the... I guess I could look first. That seems just fine. Fine. Sure. Ooh. Feels so good. So I resolve that. Then I kill it. Okay. And then I hit him for 4 trample damage because the way trample works. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. I might regret this. I mean, what's black, blue, and white? It's probably some huge fucking dragon. Come on, naturalize. So much removal from my opponent. He must have been very happy with his draft. Oops, can't pay all my red here. I think the only thing better than playing 1 threat right now that's lethal is playing 2 lethal threats. Sure. Another dwindle. I now think he's overdrafted these. So he's got a chump with that. Still not worth playing the Dreadmaw over 2 of these. He's got 4 lethal threats on the board now. He can, yeah. Okay. I think Dwindle is good, but I think if you have Luminous Bonds, I don't know if I would run that many. Maybe I would. Maybe he just drew them all and didn't have, and the rest of his deck was just fine, but didn't seem good. The Scry off, it's always nice scrying. It's always nice fixing. We got the Divination and the Scry off that game, right? Did we get Divination off that game? I don't remember actually. Either way, we got our cards. Just a free point of damage with the Druid. Maybe. Was that one of the turns where he had options in his blocks? Think how great it would have been to draw our bear, the one that lets us sacrifice creatures. We had 4 creatures we could have sacrificed for the gas. Would have been an amazing draw. This card's good. This hand's good. It's a little bit slow. We're missing a red source. Opponent just mulled 1. I don't know which turn he's talking about. There's a turn I used my Druid for the Plummet. Even though that was out of nowhere, but I wouldn't have attacked that turn anyways. He would have eaten the Druid for free. There was a turn I didn't attack because I used it for the cast of the double Ogre. I'm not sure when. There may very well have been a turn where I didn't attack with it. That might have had something to do more with his life total than with any other reason. Like, if his life total is not low enough, there's a lot of times where he can choose to value block the Druid, and I don't want that. So we need the double red. That's what we need right now. So he's got abnormal endurance. To know. Love a turn play before turn 5. Turn 6 right now? Oh, we're on the turn 6 play because we don't have double red sources. Well, our draws have not been great this game then. We'll be good at some point, but we're not good right now. Don't have an answer for that either. Not a draw that we can have right now. Okay. So we're getting a little land screwed right now. Don't have a Plummet. Why not drafting? Playing draft. Okay. Well, it's a creature I could play. That's something. Drake puts me on a bit of a clock right now. Izarith the Awakener. Actually come back with that card if it resolves. Now we just need to draw a red land and we're fine. Okay, we're no longer fine, but we can survive. We just have to get a red land or a card that we can play with the existing land to kill that Drake, and then hope he doesn't have a removal. That's not going to do it, though. That's not good enough. We have no creatures. We're dead on board. First loss in this deck. And we're going to call that a land screw. You're only able to play one creature, and you had to remove a card for it. What do we play against? Black, blue. Okay. All right. I agree. Pit Drogo is definitely a change of pace. Guilds of Ravnica. Guilds of Ravnica is way faster in Dominaria is format wise, and not all the color combinations aren't as clear. So the drafting style, or rather, are too clear. So the drafting style is a little different. It's not as good to just draft the bombs. You have to actually draft some synergy a little bit heavier too, and then. I don't think all the color combinations are equal. I think 3 of the 4 guilds are good, and I think 1 of the 4 guilds is garbage. I think Golgari is garbage. And I think Dimir, I'm not sure yet if Dimir is playable or not. At the moment, it just feels like the hyper aggro is where you want to be. Boros and Selesnya seem to be where I want to be right now. Opponent goes first. I've got a 2-drop in mana to play it. I've got a 3-drop that's activatable that ramps the rest of my mana on 3, and I've got my win condition in hand. This is definitely a keep. We can get screwed on land, but we hope not. Get screwed by a rushdown strategy too. Dimir feels like a win more guild. I think the discard is where Dimir's at right now. I don't think that's win more. I think if you can get the discard and sacrifice strategies, Plague Bearers or Plague Crafters, Burglar Rats, and then Surveil, I think you're right off the bat. Surveil makes it so you never get fucked on mana ever again once you can start playing Surveil cards. It's a card we wanted to see. So when he plays a 3rd creature, oh, he didn't have a 3rd creature. That's interesting. Nice. Plummet to the bottom. All right, we're in really good shape though, because next turn is Sarkhan's, and then every turn there on after, we just have lots of fun with this game. It's annoying. Can get rushed down here, I suppose. I need this to block the 1/1 tokens that are coming out here. At least for one more turn. Oh, don't you have it. If he's got a disenchant here, we will lose this game to the war leader. We don't have hard removal. And I guess he can still go around us. We don't have life gain either. Ouch. Okay. I think we just died. It's 4 damage. It's going to be good enough. He has to make a mistake here to lose. What's the point of sacking with the Dark Delver? I can't play the card. I guess I'm at 1 right now. I'm not technically dead, but I am dead. Oh, I'm definitely dead. Alright, so we're going to lose this one. Didn't think we could lose with that hand, but it's just deck is too fast for us. Alright. Leonin War Leader. Too good, too good. I mean, I actually did consider it because I'm like, it might be a land, but it's less likely to be a land than not a land. It's a little under 40% with this deck, right? So, all right, let's go to our last game. fucking war leader. The only war leader is very good. It's very good if you can attack. If you can't attack with it, it's useless. But I mean, my point being, if you have like a combat trick in hand or you have a dominating board presence, that is definitely a win more for sure. Keeping this. We can die to a hyper aggressive deck here as well. I have my win conditions in hand again, and all my mana sources are here. Is this the same guy? I don't know. Come on, Knight's Pledge. Knight's Pledge. This is my only trigger for Sarkans. Until I get, I guess I mean this triggers too, but I don't think I can wait. That's fine. That's really nice draw too. It lets me do something with it. Playing mono white. I think he is. Nice. Should be good here. Green mana unlocks Colossus. He's not quite dead yet. Yeah, Bird looks less good at a stage like this, doesn't it? Both my things trample. I don't actually give a shit what he does here. I'm pleased with this. This is how this is what this deck is built to do, right? Play Sarkans and just play every creature with 4 power. We're playing weaker 3 drops that have 4 toughness as opposed to stronger 3 drops that are slightly lower power. All right, so take a full 7 with that. Had to go to all 9 games for that, but that's good. What do we keep? Kept a 3-lander, right? Yeah. Got a little worried when the mana wasn't working out, but yeah, it was a very cool deck. Sarkans is a very fun card. Very good when it gets going.